What's up, guys? I'm back. Stream number 2 of the day. Oh, hold on a second. Getting some echo because I think I have one of my streams running in the background. Hold on. Well, that's very confusing. Okay, that's a little bit better. Awesome. But yeah, I think we'll do some creative stuff. It is currently nighttime. I thought I'd show off this too. So we are running a small Dungeons and Dragons campaign with the members of the server in this city, just trying to test some things out. Most of them haven't played before, so we're having some fun with that. And as part of that, I actually recreated one of the buildings that they went to, and we did a little combat inside here. So there used to be more fire. I can light some stuff on fire again. It's like fire there, and like there. I don't know. There's like fire in a few places. But yeah, we built this... Oop, too much smoke. We built this cool little restaurant that's currently on fire, and Finn is here. What's up, Finn? Yeah, I was pretty proud of this. I thought I did a pretty good job. We got our little... what's up? We've got our little portals and everything. I'm actually very proud of this build. I put it together in like an hour yesterday. So that was cool. Did some cool things with the chairs and everything. I learned a lot. We did some cool chairs with the beds for the feet. You can see we got these benches. And then, look at this. Isn't this cute? You got like little things cooking over the fire in the fireplace. And a chair. You can see this is a table and it's been turned over on its side from an explosion. Neat stuff, though. I thought that was kind of fun. And thought I'd share it with you guys. Anyway, I'm on fire. Should probably make it like not nighttime, and then go actually do some building. So let's see. Can't spell. All right. Well, last time we worked on this, so now our bridge is. I'm not gonna say it's done because it's nowhere near done. But at least the murals are done. And I took some time and I stared at these, just various points during the week and everything. And I feel pretty good about them. I feel like they came out pretty good. So that's good. No hard feelings there. On this side, we've got these. I feel pretty good about this side as well. I may end up doing something with this guy because I'm not sure if he's quite as good as I want him to be. But for right now, I think it's enough that I'm not too worried about it. Oh, dude. Wait, come here, Finn. Oh, that's so cool. Finn's got a skin for his D&D character. He's a gold dragonborn. Look at that. That's so cool. Did you make this? Dude, that's dope. That is super dope. I love the I don't even know what they're called because I know nothing about fighting. Hola, what's up? Mini Golero. I can't pronounce that. Oh, Golero? I don't know. I'm sorry. My pronunciation is probably awful. That is super cool, though, man. I love that. So now you and John have skins. I wonder if everyone else is going to make one, too. Dang, dude. That's so cool. That makes me really happy inside. But yeah, we're going to do some building. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think we're gonna do some kind of a building. We're gonna do some stuff in the front of the city. We're gonna add some roads. So I'll explain to you guys a little bit what I'm talking about. We'll fly over the city and get a nice, beautiful view. Yeah, that's awesome. She's been like very active. I came to her stream the other day. She was playing Stardew Valley, and that was super cool. It's one of my favorite games. But yeah, she keeps sending people my way, which I appreciate. But yeah, that's super cool. This is the city we're working on. I don't know if you've come to one of these streams before, but we're working on a big old city. So I'll kind of give you the big top down view. So it's getting there. Getting there. It's looking pretty good so far. We're just we're filling in some stuff, you know. You can see kind of down in this area, if it'll load in. You see we still got some areas with some bits of concrete that aren't finished. So we still got a little ways to go. But and like this, like that building's not going to stay made out of emeralds and concrete. That we got to put nice things there. Yeah. Let's go take a look at some of these roads. Maybe we'll work on the casino too. Awesome. So, we have this. This is kind of the main entryway to the city. So we got like these nice gates and stuff. I think it's very majestic. And outside the gates of the city, one of our other server members, Bart, has started building a little town. And this is the town of Silverwood. And so, we are going to spend some time helping her out with that a little bit, trying to get it all situated. You can see she's already started building some buildings. Very beautiful. I love these buildings. These are fantastic. Really, really beautiful. But yeah, we're gonna help out a little bit just because she is not sure. You know, you can see she's got some roads kind of halfway constructed. And we're gonna try and help her. We're gonna clear out some of these trees because this is all like the pre-generated Minecraft stuff, and we're gonna lay in some proper roads, so that there's an easier way, for her to put things there. I do want to see. She said she was working on the tunnels. So there's actually a tunnel that goes underneath this this piece of stone. Oh, I like this a lot. And it branches. Oh no, it doesn't branch, not yet, but it will branch. This is really cool. Yeah, it's gonna be nice. I think we're also gonna try to put another tunnel here and have it kind of pop out over here somewhere. Kind of like that idea. Maybe like kind of right here. Whoa. That is a lot of messages. If you wouldn't mind not posting those, that would be great. Let's see if I can, I've never had to kick someone out of the chat before. I'm not sure if I even know how to do this. Let's see. Gotta find Twitch. Hold up just 1 second. Because that is a lot of messages. Let's see. Maybe to the dashboard. Stream manager. Okay. And then... oh, there we go. I'm going to go ahead and ban him. And hopefully that will stop that from happening. I have no idea, though. Interesting. Well, that's a first. You guys were here for the first time I've ever had to kick someone out of the chat. Not really a great first, but, you know, it is what it is. Maybe it means I'm getting moderately famous, right? Maybe I should be flattered. Look at these big trees. Love this. All right, let's pop out of our shaders and everything, because while it is beautiful, it is really hard to build stuff. I don't know, dude. I don't stream a lot. I've streamed but I've gone like 30 or 40 hours without anyone showing up like that. I probably need a mod, I guess. But I don't know who I would do that with, so. Oh well. We'll figure it out. Let's see. Let's get a world edit brush and just get in here and start, dude, that sucks, man. Let's just go ahead and start clearing some of this stuff out. So, let's see. Air, 5, mask, and then we're going to mask oak leaves, oak wood, oh no, oak logs, I guess. I know there's birch. birch leaves, birch logs, and then I'm assuming stream GG, and I'm assuming probably spruce too, huh? Spruce. Nope, that's not how you spell spruce. Spruce leaves. Spruce logs. That's not, again, I can't spell spruce. Logs. What? Is not. Oak leaves. Oh, can I not mask multiple things? Okay, we're gonna try this again. Sphere, air, let's see if this works. No, pattern radius. How do I thought there was a way I could do multiple things, but maybe not. Let's do this. Oak leaves. Okay, whatever. You can do it this way. It'll just take a little bit longer. Pretty sure there's like just a command, I just don't know. But I have, like I said, I don't know it, so nothing I can do until I know it. Let's go ahead and delete this kind of stuff, though. I'm just trying to clear out enough of this that I can see what I'm doing, so that I can change the landscape a little bit and start figuring out where these roads are going to go. Because I think ultimately a lot of this stuff is going to be farms. Farmland and cropland and stuff like that. So, that's not something I really too worried about, you know. Eventually I think a lot of these trees are going to go, and we'll put a few of them back in by hand. I'd kind of like to be able to have people build the trees, you know, custom, but I'm not going to require that because it's kind of a lot of effort. But it would be cool. Okay, let's clear out some of this stuff. So we've got the kind of the issue here, not the issue, but like what's going on is that we have quite a few little towns in this outside the wall, and I would like them to be more or less fairly interconnected, because they're outside the main city wall, but they're actually still within the outer wall that kind of protects, you know, like the city and surrounding suburbs. So I'll show you that in a second. Okay, so you can see we've got these golden towers out here, and eventually I'm going to connect up these golden. They're not going to be gold. They're going to be probably quartz or stone or something, and you can see we've got a bunch of them, and they stretch really far, and they're outside the cities back there up on those cliffs. So that's going to be like an outer wall, and everything inside the outer wall is going to be we're gonna try and get it, you know, mostly filled in with like towns and farms and stuff like that, right? Like custom built stuff. And then outside it'll be kind of a forest and everything, a little more wild. So right now we're just trying to clear out some space so that we can start building those towns and stuff. You can see the natural Minecraft, I don't know, the world gen for Minecraft is cool. Like procedural generation is awesome in terms of just like, I don't know, like the math and coding that goes into it is actually like really impressive. But in terms of how nice it looks compared to when you build stuff by hand, I am strongly tempted to say that I think that building by hand looks a whole heck of a lot better. I think a lot of people would agree with me. You know, so like this, like what is this? What even is that supposed to be? I don't even know. It's terrible. I don't like it. So we're gonna get rid of it. We're gonna replace it with something that we do like. The issue is just that doing that sort of stuff requires a lot of time and effort. So we got to put in the time and the effort. But I think if we do, we're gonna be well rewarded. You know, that's kind of been the the overall theme with this entire project is just you know, we've been at this for 16 months now, so like what is that, like a year and a third, and yeah, it's been slow going. We do it little bit by little bit, but we make sure that all the stuff we're doing is top-notch quality. And that's the plan. We're gonna do it slow and steady, you know. So the first step of that is getting rid of all these random trees. So this may not end up being the most interesting stream I've ever done. I will be honest with you guys. There's gonna be a lot of this, but I think it will. I think it is sort of interesting to see the process. You know, I don't know. I would watch a stream like this if I were watching, but that's not really. It's not really up to me. Let's clear out some of this. We also have like some random like little pits of lava, which I don't think are gonna get to stay, unfortunately. I've never been like a huge fan of the pits of lava normally in Minecraft. So I don't really understand how they fit into the natural world. So it's not like you're walking around the forest and suddenly there's like a pit of lava in real life, you know? Not that this has to be ultra realistic, but I don't know. I want some small elements of realism. Keep things I don't know, under control maybe, something like that. Mainly for speedrunners. Yeah, I get that. That actually makes a lot of sense. That actually makes a lot of sense. Yeah, Minecraft has always had kind of an active speedrunning community, huh? It's I hadn't thought about that, but that it's probably something that they at least pay a little bit of attention to, is, you know, what that part of the community likes and wants. Watch them add climate change. Yeah, I'd be down for that. The more coal you burn, the more the snow biomes disappear and are replaced with deserts. I like it. I would probably play a mod pack like that. Minecraft with climate change. I don't know if it'd be like my favorite thing I'd ever done, but I'd definitely give it a shot because that sounds kind of interesting. Damn, some of these oak trees are like real big. I'm not sure how much we need to clear out today. Just, I don't know. Maybe we should just go ahead and clear out like a lot of it, you know? Just because, I mean, eventually most of this is going to have to get cleared out anyway. It's just a matter of whether we make present Astro do it or future Astro. And I feel like future Astro is getting a little fed up with the antics of present Astro. That guy's kind of a dick. He keeps leaving me projects that I'm like, dude, I don't want to do this. Why didn't you do it? He says, I don't know, because I didn't feel like doing it. That's not a very nice answer, you know? It's kind of mean. There's a mod pack with climate change, and it's thought-provoking, at least not very fun, though. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, climate change is one of those things that takes a long time, too, in real life, you know? I mean, not long on a geologic scale, but long in terms of, like, a human lifespan, you know? So, I mean, I don't know. If you play enough Minecraft that, like, 100 real-world years pass, like, maybe you deserve to have to deal with climate change, you know? Oh, there's, we can get rid of a few of these, but I think Bart wanted to keep some of this stuff. We'll kind of leave it there. Okay, let's go get rid of all the oak wood. Actually, let's get rid of the rest of these trees too. I forgot about these. We might as well, while we got the brush out. Alright. Yeah, this area is going to need some terraforming. I don't like this. And it's funny because like a lot of this stuff that I talk about, like, oh, I don't want to do this, it's definitely stuff that like there have been like actual days in the past where I was like, oh yeah, I could definitely work on that and get that done today, but I'm not going to because I'm lazy. And now it comes back to bite me. So it's a life lesson for you guys. Life lesson. Look at all these dead trees. Okay. Now we're gonna mask oak logs. We'll do the same thing. What? Why can't I mask oak log maybe? That's not right. What are they called? I thought they were called oak logs. Yeah, they are called oak logs. What's up with that? If you do too much, it'll start giving you super bad weather constantly. That sucks. Hold on. Okay, why is it not letting me get rid of these oak logs? What? These are oak logs, right? Yeah, they are oak logs. What's up with that? Why can't I world edit them away? That sucks. Can I get rid of birch leaves? Oh, maybe it's just world edit that's broke. Hold on. Okay, this whole... Let's get a different tool, because apparently this tool is not working. What is happening? My other tools are working. I don't think I need to give it a wand or anything. Why are my brushes no longer functioning? Oh, this is not good. I have no idea what's going wrong. I can still break these though, right? Maybe we'll just have to do it by hand. That's gonna really suck. But if we have to, we have to. That's really weird though. I'm not sure if I can think of any reason why my brushes would not be functional in World Edit. Because of my G mask? Oh, okay. It was my G mask. That actually makes a lot of sense, I guess. Okay. Cool. I thought I was going insane, and I was, but just a little bit. Sure. Where am I? Oh, it's so dark. Hold on. What does... It looks like... I mean, I kind of get the feeling you're going for a dragon. That's what I get from it. I don't know how much of that is because it looks like a dragon, and how much of that is because I know a little bit about the casino, and I get the feeling that's kind of what you're looking for. I can kind of see it. I think maybe if you wanted to make it look, first of all, like, am I right? Is it a dragon? Okay, yeah, it's supposed to be a dragon. I think maybe if you do like, hold on. Maybe something more like that, where like the snout is turned up or something. That might help. Also maybe, Hey, what's up, Rhonda? I don't know, man. That's a tough one. Oh, that does not look like a... Oh, no. That looks kind of like a dragon right there. Maybe... That's kind of dragon-like. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not great at this stuff, but it looks kind of like a dragon. I did not have an opportunity yet. I don't know when that's gonna happen. To be honest with you, it may be something that might take a few weeks or a couple months to get planned out. I have a lot of stuff going on, with life and with this project, and I want to make sure that I set aside time for this. So it may be a little while before I'm able to come and join you. Okay. Just because I do have other things that I need to take care of. I would like to do it eventually, though. I would like to come and see what you've been working on. But I don't know if it's something that's going to be able to happen soon. And I don't know if it's something, I think I may be able to come, the one time and see it and check it out and, I don't know, help you out with it a little bit. But I don't think it's something that I'll be able to do, like, often. And I hope that's okay. That's not right. Let's see. Okay. Let's get rid of this. Okay, let's get rid of all of these extra oak logs. There are a lot of them. Yeah, it might take a little while. But I promise I will get back to you about it and we'll figure it out. Because I would like to see, because it sounds like a really cool project. For those of you who don't know, Rhonda here is building a 1-to-1 scale like Minecraft map of the city they live in, I believe, or at least of the city of Iowa Falls, Iowa, right? Using Google Maps, which is just it's really cool. Hey, what's up, MCX? How's it going? We're getting rid of trees. Deforesting the forest. Hashtag capitalism. Imperialist scum. Destroying trees is so fun. It is true. It is a lot of fun. I think it's interesting sometimes you destroy trees and look, this tree had a bunch of red flowers, I think these are roses underneath it. And this one had a bunch of, I don't know what these are, peonies under it. I don't understand how the game decides what goes under certain trees, but apparently it does decide that sometimes, which is cool. Yeah, no worries, man. I'm just working on deforesting the forest around this magical elf land. You know. Just doing what I do best. Just ruining the world for everyone else by getting rid of all the nice green things. But no, it's okay, because I feel like it's okay because we're getting rid of the green things, yes, but we're gonna put green things in its place. So, on some level, I feel like it's probably okay. And that's what I tell myself to go to sleep at night. I think it's more that the game decided trees and flowers separately and they're coincidentally in the same spot. Maybe. It's just weird. Like, look at that, right? Like, one of them only has roses and one of them only has peonies, you know? Interesting. I would have thought that the game would have decided to put, like a mixture under both, you know? But that's probably not the way the coding works and everything. I have to do it one at a time because I don't know how to get rid of multiple things at a time. So we did oak leaves, now we're doing oak wood, and then we're going to do birch leaves, and then we're going to do birch wood. So eventually all the trees will be gone. But I only know how to do commands for one tree, one kind of tree at a time, one kind of block at a time. Dun 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 dun. There's pumpkins up on this hill. Halloween is quite a ways away, though. Although we are getting closer. I can't believe it's June. It's almost the end of June. That was wild to me to discover. I mean, not discover, right? Because, like, I'm aware of the date. It just caught me by surprise is all. Oh, okay. Sounds good. I did not know that such a brush existed. I gave it a shot earlier, but I think I was maybe typing things in wrong. So we will we'll do our best with what we're given. Oh, look. There's a hole in the ground filled with sheep and pigs and cows and chickens. Don't mind me. Those trees had a... Oh. I'm not ready to go back to school. Yeah, I know, right? It's, yeah, well, your school is, like, more difficult than the average person's school, I feel like. You know? Like, let me tell you this, Finn, he ain't going back to kindergarten, you know? Although, to be fair, kindergarten was... I feel like kindergarten was fairly challenging. My dog is making weird noises in the corner. I just put in general, it's a mask. I was using it for Lahora. Let's take a look. Oh, you can mask multiple things, right? I don't know why. Huh. Okay. Well, we're just gonna copy and paste it in. Thank you. I appreciate that, MCX. I think maybe it was because I was saying oak logs instead of oak log. I think that might have been it. And I just didn't realize. I'm not good at this game. But yeah, now we can get rid of everything. Good on us. Except for the flowers. That's okay. I feel like the flowers are, like, not as important to get rid of. There is a lot of weird stuff happening, though, in this landscape. Not sure where these cobblestone pillars come from. I don't think they're natural default Minecraft generation. I don't know where they came from, but they're there. We'll probably have to get rid of them at some point. The forest is depopulated. Tricossus. Yeah. Deforestation. I don't know. It is somewhat, like... It's a little bit satisfying to look at, right? Like, look at all this empty space, you know? I don't know, it's a little bit satisfying. Only because it's not real forest, right? Like, if these were real trees, I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't be talking about how great it is that they're gone. You guys know me. I'm not a monster. Just a sloth. Look at that. There's a lot of animals in that hole. I guess they all just fell in and got stuck. Just a lot of reading and work, but I haven't read in a while. Dude, you should just get audiobooks of your textbooks. Boom, done. Solved all your problems for you. You're welcome. I'll bill you later. You can mask multiple things. It's log, not logs. I think those cobblestone pillars are something you made. They're all over the mountains. Yeah. Canceled. What am I being canceled for this time? I've been canceled like 5 times this morning. And I feel it's a little bit unfair. It's not entirely my fault. It's only mostly my fault. And I feel like that's an acceptable excuse. It's not entirely my fault. It's only mostly. I do wish I could have a bigger brush radius. I think that's something I can change in the configuration settings. I just haven't done it yet. I'm also a little bit terrified that if I turn it up too much, that I will be I'm gonna break the server. So that was an issue prior. I did, because I know I've done it before. I know I increased the brush size, and the size of brush I was using was so big that it was like lagging the server out, and I don't want to do that. So maybe it's best if we only have 5 for now. The hole could be a pond for the elves. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I want to add lots of little water features, natural features like that. So also this thing with the random stained glass in it, this is gonna be a lake too. So we're gonna make lots of water features and stuff. It's gonna be super cool. It's gonna be beautiful. Beautiful. Everyone will clap and cheer. It's gonna be great. What else are people saying? Audiobooks are great. It is true that audiobooks are great. It's weird though. I haven't listened to an audiobook in a really long time because I used to listen to them when I did Minecraft. But now I can't listen to them when I do Minecraft because usually when I do Minecraft I'm either streaming or recording. And both of those things require me to be paying attention. Like I can't listen to an audiobook and talk to you guys at the same time. I mean, I could try. I don't think it would work out very well. I feel like you guys would know. You guys are smart cookies. I was canceled for saying I like destroying the forest. That's fair. You know, I mean, honestly, like, of all the reasons I've been canceled today, that one is the most legitimate. I was canceled earlier today by John because I accidentally killed a wolf who jumped in front of me while I was cutting down a tree. But apparently that's my fault. So yeah. You'd have to change in settings, currently be up to 5. Also for the elf, should have a waterfall head of an elf of the mountain. That's kind of interesting. I kind of like that. It would be kind of cool. I like the so I think you saw. I don't know, but Gabriel built that that lion head sewer outlet on the in Loam, and it would be kind of cool to have a few more of those around, with like different, obviously not just lions, right? We could do like elves. I'd be okay with that. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to think about it and work on that because that would be a neat thing. Borch. Okay, we're making short work of these trees. Completely deforested. Goodbye, nature. Hello, industrialism. This is one of our Jeb sheep. Did my subtitles just say chicken plops? Dude. I don't know how a chicken can plop. It sounds kind of sus, but you know. I don't know. Chickens be doing chicken things. We've also got some parrots here who escaped from the city. A river? Yeah, so I was thinking that, so now that we've got some stuff cleared out, we can see, you see this little trenchy looking thing? So it comes all the way out from in here. I was thinking this could be a river, right? We could follow, you know, we'd have to lower it down a little bit and then fill it with water. But we could have this be a river. I think I would like to connect it up to the lake, though, over here. So that's something we'll have to work on. But I think that could be cool. Let's get rid of this beehive. It's bugging me. This is kind of sitting there. Goodbye, beehive. And then let's fly around a little bit more and just make sure we get rid of grass and stuff. And then we'll probably, I don't know, we may end up deforesting some of this spruce forest as well. Okay, let's take a look at what we got. Taking a look. Oh, that's much better. This is easier. An elf monument. I can see that. I already know how to use Voxel Sniper. I'm a master at Voxel Sniper. Actually, I don't know if I'm a master. I am aware of how to use it, though. I've been using it for a lot of things, actually, over the past couple of months. But yeah, it's something we'll work on. We'll do some work on. Let's clear out a little bit more of these trees. Somehow I missed this entire section of oak and birch up on this hill. So let's get rid of these. Get rid of the random flying blocks. Okay. Cool. Deforestation efforts are going well. Okay. So we've got some more access to the land. The elf monument in the island and in the lake. I actually like that. That's actually a cool idea. Bart and I were wondering what we could put on there. But I think it would be nice, maybe a statue or something. I'll put a sign there. We'll see how we feel about it. But I think we could put a big statue of an elf or something. That could be cool. Some sort of big statue, either a statue or like a church. That was my thought. Statue/church, maybe both. Hey, what's up, Raybop? Welcome. We're deforesting the land. Hashtag industrialism, hashtag climate change, hashtag flat earth. Yeah, we're cutting down some trees, having some fun. Okay. Mask, spruce, leaves, spruce, log. Actually, that's the only two things I need to mask right now. Let's get rid of these piney trees. At some point I really need to repaint the biomes here too. It's like a whole thing. Try to make it more dragony. Might destroy it later. No worries, man. Catch you later. Maybe we'll go take a look at that in a little bit. See what we think. Oh god. Later, bro. Later. I was taking a nap, way deforest. Yeah, so okay, so just to clarify, I'm not deforesting just because I hate the forest. I am deforesting because we're starting to expand outside the walls of the city, right? So here's the city, and these yellow tubes represent like an outer wall that kind of protects the lands surrounding the city. So the idea is that we're building some little towns that kind of end up, right? So this is like the main front gate to the city. This is where most people come in. And there's a little town that's developing out kind of in front of it, right? And so this used to all be full of trees. But I'm thinking that since the safest place for people to live is going to be inside that outer wall, we actually want a lot less trees, right? It's not going to be a true forest out there. Probably going to be mostly like towns and suburbs and farms. So that's really what we're going to be working on. I wanted to get rid of the trees to start out with just so I could see the landscape underneath, and then start kind of changing it and filling it in and shaping it a little bit. because this stuff right here, minus the weird cobblestone pillars, is all like natural default Minecraft world gen, and it's not the best. It's not my favorite thing in the world. So we're gonna spend some time trying to make it better and make it different. So that's why we're getting rid of the trees, just because otherwise, if I start messing with the terrain when the trees are still there, World Edit treats the blocks in the trees just like any other blocks in the game. So what we're gonna end up with is like trees that get mashed into the ground, which is not helpful. So we got to get rid of them first, and then we'll replant them later. The other reason that I was getting rid of a lot of these is that I'm hoping to get most of the trees that we end up putting inside this wall and everything custom built, because these are all default trees, and default trees are okay. They're not my favorite. I'd rather custom build the trees, which is a lot of work, but I think that I think they look better when they're custom built. And they fit a little bit better. So we're leaving a few of these trees because Bart, one of our other server members, is currently working on this stuff. She's the one who's filled in some of these buildings and stuff like that. And she wants the trees around because she likes that there are some trees here that she can work around, and she's tearing them down slowly. But we're going to try and lay in some roads and stuff. And to do that, we're going to need to get rid of the trees out here. So that's the plan. We're sticking with it. Okay. So the next question kind of becomes, this big wall, this big outer wall, is going to have, look at some of that terrain generation. There's like flying snow. You see this? That is just not. It's not really great. We need to put some gates in this outer wall, right? Like the main roads. And the question is, what is the best place to put those? I would imagine it'd be kind of in line. Tiny clouds. They kind of look like that. I actually have clouds turned off. If I had them turned on, clouds generate at like the ground level in the upper city, which is part of why I called it Cloud Top when I named it, because there are clouds in the streets. It's wild. I actually have clouds turned off. That's why there are no clouds, but they do look kind of like tiny clouds. So I think I kind of want the gate to be kind of in line with the front gate of the city, and then this main street through Silverwood. Clean up the terrain that's near Vitrosa. I'll leave what's already been built on. Don't clean it up how? Don't mess too much with Vitrosa, because there's like flying lily pads and stuff, and I actually want to leave most of those. So I don't know if you can hear me, but I actually want to keep them. It was a mistake. They generated just because I did a poor job of terraforming, because I was doing it via World Painter at the time. But I actually want to leave them because I kind of like them. I think it's a fun kind of, it's a silly thing. So I'd like to leave that, and I'd like to leave most of the weird cobblestone pillars. I like that terrain over there. I think it's unique. So I wouldn't mess too much with the area around Vitroza. I'd like to leave that mostly as is. If you want to start trying to fill in the terrain over in Lahora, though, that's definitely something that needs doing. I have to go eat. Will you live stream tonight or no? Probably not tonight. This stream is going to go until about 5, hopefully, and then I'm probably done for the day, because I've had 2 live streams and D&D sessions, so I'm pooped. I'm gonna go eat some food and sleep at 5. So, but I will catch you around. I'll have more streams during the week and everything, probably. 1.16 drip leaf. Yeah, pretty much. I like flying lily pads. I don't know, they're silly. It's one of the things that, like, there's so much of it over there that it kind of felt right to leave it. But yeah, we need to figure out where we're going to put a gate. That's like the big thing. Gates. Bill Gates. I'm thinking probably, could I paint over the cobblestone, then we can add texture in again later? I would leave it. You mean the little cobblestone spires? I would leave those alone because I can't. I don't know how to add them back in later. Honestly, I would much prefer it if you would actually just leave Vatroza alone for right now, and focus your efforts on Lahora, because Lahora is something that needs to get done. Vatroza doesn't. It doesn't need to get done right now. I'm fine with leaving it the way it is right now. I don't think it's not high priority, I guess. And I'd rather, given the fact that you don't have as much time to build as most of us, I'd rather you focus your efforts in places where they are most effective, if that makes sense, right? I offered help with the docks warehouse, but seeing the MC terrain, I really want to help with terraforming if you like. Maybe, you know, I'm trying to get things figured out, in terms of, you know, I have to be a little bit careful when it comes to bringing in new help and everything, just because I want it to be fair. But it's the combination, right? So I want it to be fair where everyone has an equal opportunity to work on the project and everything. But I also can't. There's no way that I can support having like hundreds of people working on this. If you're interested in doing some stuff, definitely send me an application to my email address. It's going to be astrophagy.mc@gmail.com. I've been trying to clean the terrain all around Loam and prepare it for the future, which is why I asked. That is one of the areas I wanted to get to. We can talk about it later. Yeah, let's discuss it later. Leave it be for now, because that's terrain that I can't, if you change it and I don't like it, I can't undo it. Not really. So I'd rather you wait until we can talk about it a little bit more in depth. Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you want to help with with that stuff, just send me a message about it, and we'll get things figured out. I did want you to help with a warehouse or two, but right now, kind of the issue with that, here I'll show you, is our area where the warehouses are gonna go is like nowhere near finished. Until the terrain is finished and stuff, we can't build anything. You know, we don't want to build buildings until the terrain is done. If you're interested in helping with the terrain, though, just send me an email about it, and we'll get things sorted out. I'm just trying to keep things relatively fair for everyone. So the terrain is mostly situated, but we still need to color it in and stuff, and then re-add all the trees and things like that. MCX has been working on the terrain over here, and it's really beautiful. I think he's done a great job. Really like the way it looks, but until we get some dirt and grass on that, it's gonna take a while. So this is the area that I was telling him not to worry too much about. We got these flying lily pads, which I kind of like, and these weird cobblestone pillars. I like it the way it is. I want to leave it be for now. It's something we can look into later on for sure. But those are tomorrow problems. Those are future Astro problems. Man, that guy is royally hosed, if I'm being honest, because he's got a lot on his plate, and I don't know when he's going to get it all done. But we're not here to worry about him. Let's see. What are we thinking? Oh my goodness. So I think given this is a river right here, the river's got to go through the wall. I think that's fine. It does make me wonder though if we should put the gate here. I don't know. I feel pretty good about it being like right here though. Probably okay, huh? Trying to see what else. I can't remember what the rest of this wall area looks like. Because I also don't want to... I know I want to put multiple gates through this wall. There's going to be a gate here right now. But I don't want to put them too close to each other. I was thinking there might be one here, but I may change my mind about that given that that one's right there. thoughts and thinks and reasons. Yeah, let's put it here. And we'll change the terrain to make it match up, I think, is probably the best option. Okay. Cool. So let's grab some gold blocks, and we'll kind of I don't know where the gate is gonna go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Something like that. Probably not a terrible place for a gate. I think 20 blocks is probably enough for a big gate. Which means we probably also want to put another one of these big towers. I feel like that's probably true. This is a 5, radius 5. And how tall is this? This goes all the way up to 100. So should be able to do like this. 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then burrow it a little bit into the ground. We'll go down to like, I don't know, 60, I guess. Whoop. Okay. Sill, air, 5, 30. Gold block. We're at 60. We need to go up to 100. So it's got to be 40 blocks tall. Okay. There is a distinct height difference there, but we'll fix it later. I think this is a good place for that. And if we're going to do it like that, it means we probably need to get some terraforming done over here. Get an arrow, some gunpowder. Okay. Let's see. The question is this what I want? Is this what I need to be doing right now? Or is there a better use? I think I'm gonna wait on the terraforming, just because I'd rather actually get the area where the roads are gonna go. I'd rather get that figured out, and then we can terraform the land around the roads. I think that makes more sense, because normally it'd go the other way around, right? In a real world, you'd look at the terrain and build your roads around that. But I'd rather actually put the roads in first, and then build the terrain around it to make sure that it's that it seems like a natural place to have put the roads. You ever just take a really good nap and don't want to move when you wake up? Dude, I feel that in my heart and soul. That is like, every nap I take is like that, I feel like. Let's see. What should we make this out of? I guess like stone bricks is okay. I actually don't want stone bricks. I'm gonna do it with path blocks. There's a dog barking outside. Is that... What is it not called, a path block? What is it called? I thought there were dedicated path blocks. I could have sworn there were. I thought they were in here. Yeah. Oh, they're called grass path. Okay. Path. Okay. Cool. So we should be able to draw with this. And actually, we should probably... We're not going to do a cylinder. We're going to do a sphere. I think that this will let us kind of draw in general, just like where the path is going to be. We can mess with it later. let's see. Let's take this path. I'd like to take this to the water's edge. And then we'll kind of route it along the edge of the water. And follow this all the way over to this village over here. So this village, this is a default Minecraft village, minus this house that I accidentally squished with world edit at one point. Kind of hilarious. I forget what the name of this village is. This is Nallen. So Nallen is gonna be another village, but we're obviously not gonna leave it looking like this. But it is a good spot for a village, you know. The positioning is great. Let's see. Let's draw some paths from Nallen too. So Nallen's got this weird thing, but we're gonna take this up here and route this out there. Cool. Let's see. This area is gonna need some terraforming work too, because we got some really weird stuff going on. I don't want to talk about it, but it's a mess. Let's see. Okay. Now it gets a little bit complicated. Trying to remember, we have another village over here. So same deals before. We're gonna come. I don't remember what this one's called either. I gave them all names a while ago. This is Dimius. So Dimius is gonna be. So Dimius definitely has a road that goes this way. And then I think we're gonna connect this up with a bridge right there. Let's put some blocks down for a bridge. So I think we'll have a bridge that connects these two. Kind of like this, maybe. Ooh. Sure, that's a bridge. How many? Oh my goodness. There is a number. Actually, we can fly around and look at them all. I mean, most of them, there's nothing really to see. But I can show you where they all are going to be. Let's just finish laying in this one road really quick. So this one's actually going to curve around this way. And it is going to go out here. Okay. So let's go take a tour of the villages really quick. So this is Dimius. It's over here. And that's kind of one of the main... that's south, so that would be eastern entrances to the city. Let's see. We've got this one. This is Silverwood. So that's 2. Let's go find the rest. This is Nallen. Nallen makes 3. We also have down here, I believe this is like it's like Emberfall or something like that. Cinder Sky, sorry. On account of it being underneath the tree, and the leaves from the tree fall down on this village. That's why it's called Cinder Sky. Let's see, where else? We have this town. I have no idea what this one's called. It's been a while since I named these. Bale Reach. Bale Reach is kind of a mountainous one. Let's see if we can find the rest of them. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 so far, for anyone keeping count. This is Crystal Camp. I don't think I have a little sign for this one, but this little area right here is going to be Crystal Camp, right at the base of the brass gate. This is a lake. I'm pretty sure I named the lakes. That lake over there is Iloni. This one is Gym Sign. That's right. Starting to remember this stuff. There's one over here. What is this one called? This is Jordel. I thought there was one over here, but I could be wrong. Oh, here it is. Oh, is that a thing? I actually called it Crystal Camp, so... Okay, not to get too far in the lore. But the reason it's called Crystal Camp is because there is a special glass-like mineral that kind of populates the mountains around here that they dig up. That's called cryospar, and it's used in magical glass. And so there are people who go out and prospect out in these mountains, and they dig it up, they dig mines and stuff, and they haul their catches back here. And so this is called Crystal Camp because that's where they sell the glass, the special crystals and stuff. Let's see. This is one of my favorite ones. This one's called Teg. It's like a great name for a town. The town of Teg. Let's see. There's one over here. What is this one? This is Ixel. Spelled a little bit weird. What is this? This is Araf. Crystal Camp should be campsite. Well, I think the idea is that it's like the base camp. So it's where when you're done prospecting and everything, you come in and that's where you resupply and everything, and then go out and go out and find more stuff. There is also going to be a town out here, and I don't know what I have no name for it yet because it's relatively new. But at some point we'll name it. Let's see. I think there's a couple more. I feel like there's at least one more somewhere. Oh, I know where there's at least one more, but let's go see if we can find the rest of them. Yeah, because you built that pass through the mountains. I definitely want there to be a town outside that if we're gonna have that pass there. Let's see. This is the bay. Could have sworn there was a town somewhere out here, but maybe not. Nope. Fritzerville. Maybe. Let's see. What is this one? This is Stone's Rest. Yeah, okay. Stone's Rest. That's another one of the main ones. There is going to be a town out here. This is actually, that part right there is still Stone's Rest. What is that? Oh, that's Gabriel's Mountain. Gabriel's Lion. I was really confused there for a second. There is a town out here too. I have not given this one a name. But there's definitely a town out here. This one's like a kind of a military town. Because this whole bay right here is going to be like a Navy dockyard. So there will be a small town. And actually, it probably wouldn't be there. Well, it might be out here. It's kind of outside the wall, which is kind of freaky, but let's see. I thought there was one more somewhere around here. I thought there was one somewhere in here. I could be wrong, though. Maybe not, because we're back over here at Demius. So I don't know how many that was. I honestly lost count, but there's like 10 or so, maybe, something like that. There is going to be military, so there's a bay. Well, there's a bay for the Navy stuff, and then there's a training camp over this way. So we can find our way over there. Oh man, this is gonna kill my computer. This right here, as soon as it loads. So this area right here with the pink outline, and then this area right here with the pink outline. This is gonna be like a training camp for the military, called Port Dveric. So this is where you go, for basic training for all the different branches of the Enorian military. And then kind of the bay where the Navy is actually over here on the other side of this wall. So that kind of works out. But yeah, no, I lost count too. There's like 10 of them now, something like that. There were only a couple of them that I had names for, honestly, going into this project. And then there's a bunch of them that I added later because they were like, what I did is I put the ones that I knew were going to exist, and then I flew around and looked for places that would make sense to put another town, and I put down some little things, and it is getting very laggy. I think it's like 10 now or so. So we'll have to build all those at some point. I think this little pillar just says that this is Lake Eloni. Yes, Lake Eloni. Okay, let's see. So we've got that. We've got this road. So really, this road really... I suppose we'd probably follow that. We'd probably have this. This one would kind of lead up into the mountains. And then it would probably meet up somewhere over here. My guess. Be kind of like this. And then that would connect up. I can't connect it up because this brush will only do grass. Probably connect up over here though. That seems okay. We'll probably make this part taller then to compensate and fill this. I don't really like this spot right here. Not sure how I feel about most of the terrain here, but it's something we can work on. Let's see. So this is like kind of a big crossroads. Let's fill out a little more of the path just so we can... so this is going to be like the newer part of Silverwood. So Silverwood's got... This the part that Bart's working on right now is kind of the older part. So this is the traditional part. Silverwood was actually here. This little town was here before they built the city up here on top of this. Because this used to be a mountain, just a regular old mountain. And they built this little town at the base of the mountain. And then over time, they ended up building the city up on top of the mountain. And this became kind of a rest stop town. Let's see. I think it would make sense if this gate is over here. That we would have a path that kind of connects up over this direction so that people can get from that gate. If they're headed this direction, they can get over here, meet up like that, something like that. Let's see. So we have that gate that leads out. I think that's okay. Don't think we need many more roads than that. Let's look around on this other side, because we're definitely going to need roads over there. Oh, this place is so big. It takes forever to... Even with being able to fly and like spectator mode and stuff, it still takes forever to get anywhere. Okay. So we have this road that leads out of Gimmius. And goes across here, and then this is where the wilds are going to start. So there's going to be a big gate. That's a road. We also need a road that goes this way to Stone's Rest. And I'm not entirely sure the best place to put that. I would imagine the road would stay fairly close to the mountain. Because technically this sits out here pretty far, but I don't think that we necessarily need to build the road out that far. Let's see if we can load some of this in so we can see it. There is also this small monk colony right here. Be nice to have a road that connects to that. And then here's like the main entrance to Stone's Rest. Stone's Rest is going to be kind of tucked in this corner here. And then also up on this hill. Stone's Rest is going to be pretty big. It's the only port town in this area that's not inside city limits. Which is significant in some ways. Let's see. So, my guess is that there would definitely be kind of a road that goes like this direction. And it'll come over here to this little lake. Be stuff around here. This will all be kind of parts of the town and everything. We'll work on that. In addition, I've also got this part that's going to kind of go around the lake area. I imagine a lot of this would be a little bit marshy. Probably just cross through here and then go into Demius. That seems like a pretty straightforward path. Not trying to get too fancy with it. I think I may end up putting a small town out here too. I don't know. I feel like there needs to be something in this little corner. But also give us an excuse to kind of have like a road that goes up onto this little hill. And then we've got the second, we've got Stone's Rest, like part of Stone's Rest down here where this waterfall is, and then the rest of it up here on top of this, complete with this little tiny bay here, little harbor. I think it does make sense to put some sort of little town kind of out here in this forested area. It's hard to tell because of all the trees, but there is kind of a bowl shape to it. So you can see we've got some hills, right, that kind of provide a little bit of protection. So I think somewhere in here we could put another town. So we'll do that. And then if we have a town there, we're going to need some roads. I think this would probably just be another crossroads situation. Let's see, what's the most logical way to get to that little town? Probably coming from this direction. Kind of follow this. And this is part of the reason why I got rid of the trees in the other area. We may have to get rid of more trees, but that's okay. The general idea. You have to get down closer to the ground. Something like this. Cool. And then probably another one leading out of town this direction. Yeah, that works. Okay. So we got a lot of our roads laid in. I think maybe we'll spend some time in Silverwood planning out. I want to plan out this tunnel first of all, and also just where some of these buildings are going to go. So we have one tunnel, and this right here, this is going to have some buildings and stuff in it as well. Let's see. So Bart's built this nice tunnel. This is really pretty. It pops out over here and then kind of joins up with the rest of this over here. But I'd also like a tunnel that starts out over here and kind of meets up. So let's see if we can figure that out. Let's see. I have no idea where this is going to pop us out. Hopefully someplace useful. It's a lot of sand. Ah, come on now. Is this entire thing just full of sand? It is, huh? Okay. Oh no. That is an awful lot of sand. Unfortunately, the way that I built a lot of these stone formations was just by like drawing it with sand, because sand has the gravity properties and stuff, and then coating the outside surface of it with stone, which means that these all have like an ooey gooey center of sand still. It's kind of annoying, but it is kind of nice because if I clear out the sand like this, then it's just kind of hollow, and it gives us a lot of room to build stuff. So I guess that's okay. I have not gotten to that yet. At some point I will, though. I have not had a great deal of time to look into how to do that. Let's see. Okay. This is kind of interesting. I had intended these tunnels to be kind of just tunnels, just straight shots through. But it could be kind of cool to have this be like an area where you could actually like have I don't know, shops or something maybe. That could be kind of neat, right? Not really sure. This is a lot of sand. I am regretting filling this area with sand. Guess it probably makes the most sense to get rid of the sand from the top, because then I don't have to deal as much with it falling. Okay, that looks like most of it. Cool. I am kind of over where Bart was building, sort of. Let's see. Okay. I don't know. I'm in creative. I don't know why I'm trying to do this the hard way. Let's see. At some point, we should pop out into the sunlight. That's the plan. Any day now. Where am I? Oh no. Oh. So we somehow missed the tunnel. We ended up going underneath it. Okay. So all we have to do is kind of angle this upwards, and we should run into Bart's tunnel, I think. Yeah, right here. So maybe what we'll do is we'll angle a little bit this direction so that we can pop out kind of over here. Kind of here-ish. Yeah, sand is I don't know. Okay. Awesome. Okay. So that tunnel's going to connect up there. It's not beautiful, but we can we'll work on it until it is. That's kind of that's the goal. I do kind of like this open cavern here. There's a lot of neat stuff we could do with that. We're also going to do this. Oops. Falling down. And that'll pop out there. And then we have to dig one more tunnel. Because I would like to connect this one in with the other one. And I'm not entirely sure where that other cavern is. Somewhere around here. There it is. Nice. Gonna make a little more space. Oops. Okay. Easily fixable. Easily fixable. Okay, so now we've got our network of tunnels. Let's see if we can start trying to level it out a little bit, make it look, I don't know if it needs to look nice, but it just needs to look not terrible. So I'm okay with it looking, it doesn't have to look clean cut, right? Because this is it's a tunnel, Tunnels are meant to look a little bit not so clean cut all the time. But I also want it to look, like we put some thought and effort into it. So I'm gonna seal off this branch because I don't think we need it. Let's see. I'm actually okay with that. I'm getting a little bit of lag here. Wonder if it's just because there's like still sand settling or somewhere, or exactly what that's all about. Let's see. I don't know if anyone else is getting the lag, but I apologize if you are. Oh, geez. Is someone moving like large quantities of dirt right now, or ground? Because this is like some significant lag. Oh, okay, yeah, that would be it. Okay. That's fine. I'm not too worried about it. I was confused. Yeah, that seems okay. Okay. I think we're just gonna make a mountain because I only want there to be the pass into the other side of the mountain. Okay, yeah, sounds good. So right now we're digging out a tunnel that's gonna go here, and we're gonna have a bridge. So we have to kind of dig it out, and that way we can get it built the way we want it to get built. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of lag. Just be careful with your commands and everything, because I'm getting like really huge lag spikes. And I would rather you take it slow and not crash the server, particularly while I'm streaming, than try and do too much at a time. Let's see. And then we can fill this area. Just like that. Ooh. Some of it might be me, I don't know. But like my frames are dropping down to like 20, down from 60. You're practicing with texturizing things. What are you texturizing? Are you trying to what are you trying to build? I guess is the question. Let me see. I think we actually probably just want this this tunnel just to be pretty darn tall. Because this is like a main passageway, you know, people bring their carts and stuff through here. Oops. Something like this. Oh. Yeah, okay. My house is built inside a cave and I'm texturizing the floors since I want to keep them stone. Which is kind of simple, I guess. I like that. A lot of it is just having, right, so like, look at this. This is all just regular stone. It looks really boring. But it doesn't take a lot to, you know, to give it a little bit, like even just like this, right? Like adding in some andesite. You know, if we go through and we just put a few, and you have to do it kind of randomly, right? You don't want it to be, you don't want too much of it to be clumped up in the same place. But even just adding a little bit here and there, right? That automatically, you know, already gives it a little bit. You don't have to go too fancy, you know. I mean, cobble's pretty easy to get. You can add a little bit of cobble. And then the other thing that's going to help is keeping it, you know, I mean, if you're, definitely you want some of the floor to be flat, right? Because, you know, flat floors are easier to build on. But, you know, I mean, there's nothing that says you can't have, you know, you can't mess with some of the other blocks. So a lot of what I like to do with this kind of stuff is grab walls, which I know that you're doing this in survival, so it's a little bit more difficult than just grabbing walls. But, you know, we can do a lot with walls. We can add quite a bit of texture. You know, labs, it's walls, slabs, and stairs, right? Those are like the big three. And it doesn't take a lot. I'm gonna get rid of this because this is really annoying. But you can just add a little bit of just a little bit so there's something going on, and so it's just not so flat, you know? Stuff like this. And you end up with just something that looks a little more dynamic, I guess. You know, and it's I don't know, it's really up to what you think looks good, you know? I mean, there's not really a right way or a wrong way to do it. I think you just want to stay away from keeping things looking like really, really regular, because you know, anytime you have any sort of patterns, humans are really good at patterns, and so what we have a tendency to do is anytime we see a pattern, we look at it and we say, oh, that must be man-made, right? Because things in nature don't really have the patterns are a little more subtle, to the point where sometimes it actually gets the best of us. Where sometimes there are things in nature that are very, you know, very patterned, right? And sometimes we look at those things and we're like, oh, there's no way that's real, that's natural, because that's got way too much of a pattern, and nature doesn't do patterns. You know, like an example of that is like a lot of urban legends and stuff come from that sort of thing. You know, there are like there's mushrooms that grow in rings, right? And if you've ever heard of fairy rings are literally it's just a kind of fungus that when it grows in such a way that it leaves like a ring-shaped pattern of these fungus that grow around a central area. And it got to the point where people were so convinced, you know, back in the day that couldn't possibly be something natural because it's so perfectly round, you know, that they decided that it must be something supernatural. It must be fairies that are doing this. And that was the only logical explanation. And it's just, you know, it's interesting the way our minds play tricks on us like that. It can be helpful, you know. I mean, it's humans being good at pattern recognition is not a bad thing. But it is interesting to see how it kind of affects us as a species. Let's see. I think that's mostly okay. Kind of bring that out. Yeah. Okay, we'll do the same thing over here where we'll bring this down. I'm kind of liking this because it feels kind of like a natural cave, but also a little bit not like a natural cave. It definitely feels like it was like a natural cave that someone dug out. I hope, anyway. That's what I'm going for. Let's see here. But yeah, just to elaborate, I guess, Ray Bob, I feel like a lot of it's just breaking the human habit of pattern recognition and finding ways to make things look like they don't have a pattern, because things that don't have patterns are what appear to us to be natural. It's a fun trick you can play on people's brains. Works surprisingly well, you know. You just have to be careful that your random doesn't end up being so random that it's not random, because that happens a lot too. Where you're like, you try so hard to make sure that you don't put like the same two blocks next to each other. But I mean, honestly, like, you know, like sometimes, you know, even with natural stuff, sometimes you get two blocks that are the same right next to each other. That's the way the world works. Doesn't mean it's not natural. It just means it's, you know, it happens occasionally, and maybe it happening occasionally is what makes it natural. Like one thing I'm noticing right now when I'm building, like look at this pattern of blocks, right? That's very, very much the same over and over again. I thought when I was building it, oh, that looks very natural, but I'm looking at it and I'm like, that absolutely does not look natural. That looks like someone built a staircase. So the question is, do I want it to look that way? Am I okay with that? I think the answer in general is probably, yeah, I'm okay with that. Because I think that this is something that, you know, probably was built that way in some respects. You know, obviously, if this is a you know, a traveled path, an area that a lot of people travel through, you know, it's gonna be a, you know, the kind of place that people can travel through pretty easily. So we can have some things that are a little bit less natural, but I do want to, you know, kind of see if I can break it up a little bit. So we'll try something like that. It's maybe a little bit more natural. I don't know. Let's see. See, I see this. This is like this very diagonal line. We're gonna break it up a little bit. This is like a square. Let's make it not a square. Maybe like that. Also sand. Yeah, I can understand that. I've never really done any texturizing before with any of my builds. Yeah, I mean, it's never a bad time to start experimenting with some of this stuff. You know, I mean, that's what a lot of it is, right? Is that, you know, there's not like one perfect way to do it. If I'm being honest, a lot of the stuff that I do is I'm just making stuff up as I go, you know? Doing stuff and I'm like, yeah, that looks okay. And I keep doing it, you know? Eventually it does look okay. So that's kind of the way these things work. But I think if you do it enough, you start to get a feeling for what looks good and what doesn't look good. And that's good. It's good to have that gut feeling, because the gut feeling is what gets you it's what gets you places, because it tells you whether you're doing things right or wrong. World edit's pretty good for texturizing. I think there's a command that allows you to affect only visible layer of a surface. Yeah, but the Raybop is doing this in survival. So world edit, I would imagine, would kind of break the the survival aspect of it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, to each their own. If you want to do survival with world edit, that's also cool. Nothing wrong with that. I don't judge. Or if I do judge, it's like a good kind of judge. Like I judge you like, wow, that's super cool. Because that's a kind of judgment too, you know? And on Bedrock, that's a good question. I will be honest, the only experience I have with Bedrock is playing Minecraft on my Switch. And that works pretty well. I haven't had any issues with it. But I honestly don't know what it is like building on like PlayStation or Xbox or anything. But I imagine like the same general design principles are the same, right? The fact that certain stuff looks good and certain stuff doesn't look good, right? That probably doesn't change too much. But I could also be very wrong there as well, so. Oh, really? Huh. Yeah, I have no idea. How are we feeling about this cave? Does this cave feel moderately cavey? I don't like this dirt. We'll texturize all this later, but I feel like this cave feels moderately cavey. I'm getting some cave vibes, you know? I could see myself caving in here. That's a little too regular. Let's see. Your cave is very cave. I appreciate that. I feel like that's a good analysis. I'm trying to decide whether I should just seal off that whole side of things. I'm thinking I kind of will. Because as much as I like it, I think ultimately I don't want there to be anything up there or over here. So we're going to seal this off a little bit. Oh, and that's going to be a little bit difficult. Because we don't want to just build a vertical wall like that, because that's going to look bad. Let's see. This is the part I was never any good at. That seems alright. Yeah. Okay. Maybe like that, and then we'll kind of poke that one. Seems okay. Okay, we got to transition this all the way to the top, though. Yep. Maybe. I think it's okay to have this down here. Maybe it could be like a watering hole or something. I guess texturizing also goes with what you're building and or how you're building it, because if you want to have a certain vibe coming from your build, you would texturize it in that way. Yeah, I think that's true, right? You know, I mean, the way that I would approach something that was supposed to be like a spooky cave, you know, I would build that a lot differently than a happy cave, if there is. I don't know if happy cave is really a thing, but you know, there's definitely that to keep in mind, though. You're right. Gosh, I'm not great at this. That is not good. It's kind of... Okay, we have a small gap left to fill. Yep, I think that feels good. You know, and yeah, I mean, it's a lot of what you want out of it. You know, I mean, obviously, like, you know, if your cave is relatively small, you're probably okay putting a lot of detail into it. You know, but if your cave is super big, you know, I mean, I don't know if it's really worth the time and effort to, you know, to do like a ton with it, right? You know, it's all about just what fits and what makes sense, and what you're looking for. Okay, that looks somewhat natural. I'll take it. Oh man. All right. Let's dig some of this out. Happy caves filled with light and no creepers. Yeah. I mean, you can have happy caves, right? We've got some caves that are... I don't know if they're like 100% happy, but they're definitely like a happier vibe, right? Like, there's definitely a difference between like the Mines of Moria from Lord of the Rings and like Journey to the Center of the Earth, right? Like the cave where it's so big it's got its own climate and there's dinosaurs in there, right? There's definitely a difference in vibe in those caves, even though they're, you know, they're both just caves, right? But definitely a different feeling you get. The area I'm working on is so big, I looked at the Dyn map, it's like the length of the city. Yeah, Lahora is pretty large, but it needs to be large because we're putting docks and stuff in there, and warehouses be large. Um, I feel like anytime I mention caves, the Mines of Moria is like immediately what comes to mind. It's just kind of classic. Tolkien caves. Excuse me. I'm not sure if I like the fact that Minecraft puts dirt blocks underground. Like, I get it. Underground is filled with dirt, traditionally, but it just, I don't know. My dog is making weird noises, too. Okay, this is pretty cool. I kind of like this. Happy caves have no Balrogs, and hopefully Minecraft doesn't add those. Well, aren't they adding some sort of scary new cave mob in the next update or whatever? I feel like I read about that. They're not quite Balrogs, but they are pretty scary. Oh, there's an egg up here. Yeah, Wardens. That sounds pretty gnarly. Should be fun, though. I don't know. Honestly, like, mobs don't mean a lot to me because I do so much creative. You don't really deal with mobs in creative unless you put them there on purpose. It hears you break blocks. Yeah, there's like the whole skulk sensor thing and everything, right? That's wild. Okay. I am pretty happy with this. Except for, like, these little pockets of granite and stuff. We can fill that in. And then we'll texture the whole thing. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that skulks... well, I guess you guys could see my screen and everything, but I did not know that skulk sensors were in this release. That's kind of neat. Okay. Let's go ahead and command some of these blocks into some textured mixes. If I were doing this in survival, I would do it by hand, but I am blessed to be doing this in creative, so I will make full use of anything that the game will let me use. Let's see. I think those are the only two kinds of corals, though. I'm happy they didn't add wardens yet because I have a big cave system under my house, cave, and a ravine nearby. Yeah, although I think the wardens are like super deep caves, right? Something like that. I feel like that's maybe true. I don't know. Okay, let's texture this. 40% stone makes sense. Oops. Site. Let's see. Horn coral, 5%. Tube coral. Oh, but this needs to be horn coral block. Tube coral block. 5% fire coral block. It's 15, 30, 70. Okay. We have andesite. Probably need some cobble. And I don't want to put gravel in here because it's going to fall from the ceiling, so we're going to use something else. I guess we could put stone bricks. That seems fine. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, I kind of like that. It kind of feels like they patched up like holes that were existing in the ground with the stone bricks. I feel like it adds to like the semi-natural cave vibe. We can always change it later if we change our minds. That's a lot of andesite. Okay, catch you later, man. Let's do that. Okay. Yep, that looks good. I like it. I think this looks pretty neat. You know, it gets us from point A to point B, and it looks good while doing it. We can definitely add some more detail, though. So we'll go through with our detail blocks, and we'll get some of this kind of detailed out. And maybe Bart will be able to... I'll talk with Bart, and we'll see if she feels comfortable adding some of this kind of stuff to her part of the build, too. Because currently hers is a little bit more tame compared to ours. Tunnel. Let's see. What are some... Probably just some stone slabs. We already have cobble slabs. Like some stone stairs. Or andesite. Maybe andesite stairs. I don't know. I feel like I don't have enough inventory space. Maybe we'll do just little bits at a time. Okay, so I do want to swap out some of these just because we do have a lot of cobble here. Let's see. All right. This is a big thing too. So we actually want to put actual stairs here. And then we'll kind of fill some of this area like that. That way we can get down there, but it's not like it's, yeah, that seems okay. I think it's still walkable. Which is really all I'm super concerned about with this stuff. Let's see. Let's put some stuff over here. I'll do it like that. I do like putting slabs on the other side of things, because I feel like it, slabs and stairs and stuff, because I feel like it really breaks up, because otherwise this thing is very square, it's very blocky, which is, you know, it's Minecraft, right? Everything looks a little blocky, but I feel like adding some slabs and stuff, especially on the underside, I feel like the underside of blocks is like the place where people don't expect it to be happening. That's when it catches them by surprise, and I'm like, whoa. Did not see that coming. That's super cool. Has to be used sparingly. Can't use it absolutely everywhere. But it is a nice effect when it works. Oh, let's see if we can get this to be walkable space right here. Let's see. I'm also making a small barn with stone blocks, and I'll mix some mossy stone bricks and stuff. Yeah, absolutely. Mossy stuff all the way. Actually, I should probably add some mossy stuff here. That's a good idea. But yeah, no, mossy stuff is great. Okay. Fine, whatever. We'll get rid of our brushes. It's complicated. It's complicated. Okay, I think this is walkable. Yes, it is. Cool. This. But yeah, mossy blocks, especially with like the new mossy stuff that they're adding. It's gonna be awesome. Very excited about that. Something like that. And we'll do like that. Okay. A couple of these. I don't know how I feel about that. Doesn't always work. Sometimes it does. Okay. I think these... I feel good about these stairs. They are, as far as I can tell, fully walkable. And they look pretty nice. They're very textured. I may go through and remove some of the texture because it is a lot. But for right now, I think we can work with it. Oops. Oh, we can leave that one empty. Looking pretty good. I actually kind of like that one coal block. Maybe we'll leave it there. I was going to get rid of it, but, you know, add some character. I do need to get some stone stairs, though. I think that's part of what's making this feel a little overwhelming. Sure. Let's see. Kind of like this. Yep. A lot of gravel here. I feel like it doesn't need to all be gravel. My goal is to kind of make this so that it's an area where it's difficult to tell exactly what I've done to get it looking this way. Where you can't tell, like, oh, did he, you know, like where are the slabs and where are the not slabs. Also, I guess I should probably hang some of these from the ceiling as like stalactites, huh? If we're gonna have a proper cave. Yeah, probably not too many of them though, huh? Let's see. Maybe like that. Cool. There's probably a lot of this stuff that I'll come back and mess with later. A lot of stuff that I'm like, oh, I don't know, that I think looks good now, and then it just doesn't. I realized later that I was insane. Happens to me sometimes. Or I'm just like, yeah, that looks great, and then I come back, I'm like, what was I thinking? Cool. I'm feeling this, though. There is a lot of blocks in here. We probably will end up replacing some of these back with stone, because I do want to look a little more natural than this. Yeah. Oh dang, guys, it's already it's already just about time. I did not realize what time it was. Eventually we'll have like actual stalactite blocks, right? It's like a thing. What kind of psychopath? Dude, but that's seriously how it works. Sorry, my voice is going. Okay. But seriously though, like, I will come back to places I built in and just be like, what the actual crap was I thinking? Like, this looks terrible. Happens more often than I'm comfortable admitting. And I feel like most of the time I'm right too. Like, it's not just like a change of heart. Like, it's just like legitimately like, oh, that looks bad. Like, I don't know why I thought that looked good, but it definitely doesn't. It's like a lot of this will probably end up going, but that's okay. I'm comfortable admitting that I am not always right. I am only mostly right. Only mostly. Let's do that one at that angle. Actually, I should probably be doing these with these kinds of stairs. At least some of them. Okay. See if we can get a couple of these kind of filled in. It's confusing. And I thought originally that maybe this might be a path where people would bring their carts. This is definitely not a path where anyone can bring their carts. Which is unfortunate, but it's the way it goes. Cart people, you cannot bring your carts this way. There's no freaking way. No freaking way that you're going to be able to get your cart up this. Maybe like that. Yeah, seriously, they'll break all the cart's axles just all at once. But that's okay. Cart people don't need to have their carts. They can bring their carts the long way, right? That's part of what you get for owning a cart. Sometimes you got to take the long way around. Oh, is it 5? I should probably get off pretty soon. As much as I like doing these like longer streams and everything, I do need to make sure that I self-care, because otherwise I'll sit here and I'll just keep playing Minecraft all day long, and then I feel like just absolutely awful the next day. So I'm trying to be a little bit more thoughtful about that and being like, okay, bro, Okay, you need to go and sleep, and you need to go and eat, and take a shower, and function like a normal member of society, instead of being hunched over your chair like a goblin all day. I think many of you probably, probably get what I'm talking about, right? Like sometimes people are just in need of self-care. I'm definitely guilty of that. Guilty of not doing that, rather. Okay. Oh, you know what? Nope, we're not going to do it. We're not going to do it because that's going to take too long. Let's take a walk through and see how we feel about it. I would turn off my lights or my night vision, but if I turn it off, you won't be able to see anything. I think it's pretty good. There's a lot of cobble. I would probably get rid of some of the cobble. But overall, I think it's got a really neat shape. I like that it's like natural with it's like natural plus, It's natural with some like stone bricks and stuff because they were feeling fancy. I will talk to Bart, and hopefully we can kind of do this the same way. Looks nice though, right? Ooh, that's not walkable. Yeah, we need to fix these because these are not yet walkable, but that's going to be a future Astro problem. Probably spend an entire another stream doing that, to be honest. Yeah, I think it's going to look good though. What we'll do is we'll eventually we'll get some chains and some lanterns. We'll hang some stuff from the ceiling, and it'll be really nice. I think it'll look really cool. And then let's talk a little bit about future plans, just because I like talking about future plans. I want to get this bridge built. I feel really good about building this bridge. I think that's going to be awesome. We'll spend some time with the terraforming and everything. And getting this town situated. Start building the other little towns. We got lots of stuff to do. It's going to be, oh my goodness, years and years of work. But at this moment, I gotta call it for the day. But thank you guys for coming and hanging out. I do appreciate it when people come and hang out in my streams. I know they're not always the most interesting, especially these creative ones, because a lot of the creative stuff, it varies, right? Some days I'm building awesome murals or awesome castles. Other days we are literally making caves, which is not the most exciting thing in the world. But I hope you guys enjoy watching. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. See you later.